Hello, fifth grade scientists. So today we're going to talk about transfer of energy, a specific kind that happens in collisions. So today we've got some facts that I want to go over and talk about, and then do some real world explanations or examples of each one of these. And then I have something for you to read about collisions. So today we're just going to be talking about collisions. So first of all, collisions happen all around us. So everything from the intentional, like in football, when two players tackle each other and they come at each other and they hit head on, and that type of collision, to a fender bender of a car accident. So collisions happen all around us. Sometimes they're intentional and sometimes they're not. I can even think of like a pool table, when two pool balls hit each other, that is an intentional collision. All right, so collisions happen all around us. So energy transfer is happening all the time, everywhere, all around us. All right, so number two, energy transfers when two objects collide. So when two things hit each other, there is a transfer of energy from one object to the other in some form. So we're going to delve in a little bit deeper and talk about the specifics of what happens during the collision. All right, so first of all, the faster an object is moving, the more energy it can transfer. So for instance, if you're holding a bowling ball and you walk up and release that bowling ball, if you release it and you let it go real slow, the collision that happens at the end of the lane is not going to be as great as if you run up there and throw it really fast and fling it down the alley. So the faster you throw that bowling ball, the more energy that you're transferring to the bowling pins, and the more pins that will fall. Same thing with pool. If you hit that pool stick and you only hit it, or you only push it just a little bit, then it's not going to go very far. Now that's okay if you're just hitting the cue and you're very, very close to the pocket. You probably don't want to hit it very hard. But if it's farther away, you have to hit it a little bit harder so that it moves faster, so that the energy transfer is more. So the faster an object is moving, the more the energy transfer there is. Also with a football player, the harder you hit, the more likely it is that you'll knock the person down. All right, so last one. The heavier an object is, the more energy it can transfer. So if you've got two objects and one is definitely heavier than the other, there's going to be more energy transfer and more movement in the other object. So let's take, for instance, okay, so I've got a golf ball and I've got a wiffle ball. Now the wiffle ball has holes in it, and it's not solid on the inside, it's hollow. And then I have this golf ball. Now the golf ball is smaller, but that doesn't mean it weighs more. So I'm feeling these, and it feels like, because this is more dense, it has more weight. I can feel that it has more weight. If I were to release these two and they hit each other, they collided with one another, the golf ball, if they're going the same amount of speed, the golf ball hitting the wiffle ball is going to cause the wiffle ball to move backward, and then the golf ball is going to start spinning and then it's going to stop. So the energy transfer is greater to the lighter object. All right, now if I have two tennis balls that are approximately the same weight and same density, the energy transfer when I let them go, if it is the same amount of speed going in each direction, they're going to hit each other and probably just kind of spin a little bit and then stop. So the energy transfer is going to be the same. Now, if I come up here and I really toss this one and the other person just barely tosses this one, the faster an object is moving, so the faster object is going to transfer more energy, and this one's going to go back more. So it just depends. So this would be in play here then. So if I did this with the golf ball and the tennis ball, then it would depend on how fast the tennis ball and the golf ball were moving and which one is heavier. So when I was feeling those, it kind of felt like they were about the same amount of weight and density, and so it would mainly be how fast someone tosses them on which one will go back farther than the other, or which one will take on more of the energy transfer to move backwards. Okay, so today what you're going to do is you're going to read an article about collision, and I want you to pay real close attention to the information in there. It's going to be helpful with your assignment on Wednesday. And I want you to go through, and in the back of the article, there is a place for you to, it has the vocabulary. And what I would like you to do is I'd like you to look through the vocabulary and see how many of these vocabulary words you can find in the reading selection, because it does also talk about contact. Obviously, when a collision occurs, there's contact between two objects. So I'd like you to pay attention to that vocabulary. Go through and see if you can find those words in the selection so that you're ready to answer the questions that you'll be doing tomorrow when you watch the video that goes along with collisions on Generation Genius. All right? If you have any questions, you can email me. If not, I will see you next time. Keep watching, always stay curious, and keep learning.